No one at Horizon Spire. Academy expected trouble on Father's Day. The interspecies school floated above, the blue clouds of Valeris Prime like a crown of glass and light. Its terraces decorated with banners translated into 17 languages. Honor your parental figure. Students from across the coalition arrived with dignitaries, diplomats, war heroes, and scholars beings of every shape imaginable. No one expected a dragon, especially not Headmistress Thalrix Ven. She stood at the central balcony, tall and silver-skinned, her 4 eyes calmly scanning the arrivals as her assistants murmured data feeds into her neural crest. Everything was orderly, predictable, until the temperature dropped, just slightly, just enough for her to feel it in her bones. Thalrix frowned. Environmental systems? She asked. Normal, an aide replied. Then the clouds below the academy parted. A massive shadow rose through the mist. Gasps rippled across the landing platforms. Wings vast, scarred, and ancient and furled, slowly, deliberately, blotting out the sun. Black scales caught the light like forged obsidian, etched with old battle sigils that no modern being should have recognized. But Thalrix did. Her breath stopped. No, she whispered. The dragon descended with impossible control, folding his wings as he landed on platform 7. The deck plating groaned but held. He lowered his massive head knot in submission, but in restraint, and from behind his foreleg stepped a small human girl. She wore a simple blue dress, her brown hair braided neatly, a ribbon tied at the end. She adjusted the strap of her school bag, looked up at the dragon, and smiled. Thanks. Dad, she said. The dragon rumbled softly. The word Dad echoed like a shockwave. Every adult present froze. The students, mostly children, reacted differently. Oh, is that allowed? Can dragons be dads? Humans are so cool. The dragon leaned down so his eye larger than a hovercar was level with the girl. Stay close. Lily, he said. His voice was deep, resonant, controlled. Coalition translators flickered for a moment before stabilizing. Lily nodded. I know. She took his claw just the tip of one talon. Carefully blunted and together, they walked toward the academy doors. Headmistress Thalrix Ven could not move. Her mind screamed a single name. She had not spoken in 3 centuries. Kelthar, the Ash Warden, asterisk. The girl who came lately. Chen had been late to school plenty of times before. Being adopted across species lines came with complications, customs checks, size class clearances, and the occasional evacuation alarm when her guardian's heat signature spiked to high. But Horizon Spire Academy had accepted her, mostly because no one had the courage to say no. Lily was 8 years old. She loved star maps, human picture books, and feeding the local gliders bits of fruit even though she wasn't supposed to. She was polite, curious, bright, and she was human, which already made her unusual. What made her unprecedented was the dragon. Kelthar followed her through the main atrium. His wings folded tightly, tail curled to avoid knocking over decorative pillars. Every step was measured, every movement intentional. He had learned restraint the hard way. Teachers pressed themselves against walls. Security drones hovered uncertainly, weapons powered but Coalition law had entire chapters dedicated to what not to do. Around dragons of Kelthar's classification, Lily waved at her friends. Hi, Zik. Morning, Tala. Yes, he's my dad. Kelthar inclined his head politely to each child. They waved back. Children were good like that. It was the adults who stared. Asterisk A. History, the galaxy wanted forgotten headmistress. Thalrix finally found her voice. Escort the guests to the ceremonial hall, she said, far too calmly. Inside her thoughts were chaos. Kelther, the Ash Warden, was not supposed to exist anymore. Had been a living super weapon during the suppression wars, an ancient guardian dragon who refused to bow to the Coalition's command protocols. He had burned fleets from the sky, shattered planetary sieges, and then vanished after the Treaty of Scales. Official records stated he had retreated beyond known space. Unofficial records suggested worse. And now he stood in her academy, holding the hand of a human child. Thalrix activated a private channel. Security, she whispered. Do not antagonize him, under any circumstances. Ma'am, came the strained reply. We couldn't antagonize him if we tried. She swallowed. Asterisk, Father's Day. Ceremony was delayed by 12 minutes. No one complained. Families gathered in the great hall, a vast chamber with floating platforms for larger species. Lily sat on a cushioned bench designed for humans, her feet swinging slightly. Kelther lay coiled behind her, head lowered, wings folded tight, his massive presence dominating the space even in stillness. Lily fidgeted. Dad, are you uncomfortable? I am fine, Keltor said gently. This space was not built for beings like me. She smiled. You still came. I will always come. She leaned back against his scales. They were warm, steady, safe. The ceremony began speeches about responsibility, guardianship, and love across species. Diplomatic fluff. Applause, then came the student presentations. One by one, children brought forward their parental figures. A hive, a pair of bonded scholars. Then Lily's name was called. She stood, smoothing her dress. This is my dad, she said proudly. His name is Kelther. Kelther rose slightly, lowering his head in acknowledgement. The hall went silent. Lily continued, unaware. He found me after the pirates attacked our colony ship. I was the only one left. He stayed with me until rescue came. Then he didn't leave. Kelther's claws tightened slightly against the floor. Lily smiled wider. He learned how to cook human food. He reads me stories. He pretends not to like it when I braid the spikes on his neck. But he does. A soft rumble escaped the dragons. Chest laughter, nervous at first, spread through the whole. Lily finished simply. He's my family, she bowed. Applause erupted, not polite applause. Real applause. Asterisk, the headmistress confronts a legend after the ceremony. Thalrix requested a private meeting. Kelther agreed. Her office felt very small, with a dragon inside it. You should not be here. Thalrix said quietly, I am here for my daughter. Kelther replied, You are a destabilizing force, she said. Your presence alone is less dangerous than a frightened child alone in space. He interrupted. Silence. Thalrix studied him. You ended a war. I refuse to fight another, Kelthor said. There is a difference, and the human. She chose me, he said simply. I chose her back. Thalrix looked at the door, where Lily waited outside, humming softly. She is happy, the headmistress admitted. She is safe. Kelther said. That was the heart of it. Thalrix exhaled slowly. The Coalition will ask questions. They always do. And if they come for her... Keltha's eyes glowed faintly. They will not, for the first time in centuries. Thalric Sven felt something unexpected. Relief, humans. Once again later that day, Lily walked back toward the platforms, holding Keltha's claw. "Did I do okay?" she asked. "You did wonderfully," he said. She beamed as they lifted off, the academy shrinking beneath them. Teachers and students watched in silence. Someone whispered what many were thinking. "Only humans," they said. Softly would turn a dragon into a dad. High above the clouds, Kelthor spread his wings, for the first time since the war. He did so not as a weapon, but as a father taking his daughter home.